Hey there, and thanks for clicking on this video. Before we get started, I want to be straight with you about who this is for. If you walked out your front door this morning and your lawn looked like a patchwork quilt of dead spots, weeds, and thin grass, then this video is absolutely for you. Maybe you just bought your house last fall and you're seeing your lawn for the first time in spring. Maybe you've lived somewhere for years and completely neglected it, and now you're realizing it's time to do something about it. Whatever your situation, you're in the right place. Now, if you're already pretty experienced with lawn care, this isn't a waste of your time either. This is the exact video you're going to want to send to your friends who keep asking you, how does your lawn look so good? Or your family members who are just starting out and have no idea where to begin. So stick around for that reason alone. And look, I know that sitting through a long video can be frustrating, so I've put convenient timestamps in the description below. If you want to skip ahead to the specific parts that matter most to you, go ahead and do that. But here's my honest recommendation. If you're a complete beginner, watch the whole thing. There's a lot of encouragement in here, a lot of practical tips, and honestly, the foundation we're building early on makes everything else make sense. With all that said, let's get right out into the lawn. Number one, understanding your starting point. Before you can create a plan, you need to understand exactly what you're working with. The first thing I want you to do is assess your lawn's square footage broken down by section. I know that sounds tedious, but stay with me because this is actually the foundation for everything that comes next. Here's why this matters. Every single lawn product you're going to buy is based on square footage. A bag might say it treats up to 5,000 square feet, or 10,000, or 20,000. If you don't know your lawn's square footage, you won't know how much product to buy, and you won't know how much to apply to each area. This is the difference between getting amazing results and either wasting product or under-applying and being disappointed. What I recommend is getting a satellite view of your property on Google Maps, then dividing your lawn into logical sections based on physical features. Maybe you have a sidewalk running through the middle that's a logical divider. Maybe your driveway creates a natural section. Your neighbor's landscape bed might mark another boundary. Once you've sectioned it out logically, measure each one. You can do this with a measuring wheel, or you can use a free online tool like Map Developers where you literally draw the sections and it calculates the square footage for you. I'll link that in the description. Here's the thing though, and I want you to really hear me on this. There is no substitute for actually walking your lawn with a tape measure. Walk it off, feel it, understand the physical space you're working with. This isn't just about getting an accurate number, it's about learning your land. When you physically walk a 2,500 square foot area, you're training your eye, you're understanding what that distance feels like. You're spotting low areas, wet spots, and trouble zones that you might miss if you just looked at a map. This is invaluable. Do this with your kids if you can. It's basic math and it's practical education. Number two, choosing the right product. Now that you know your square footage, we need to talk about what you're actually going to put down. The product I'm recommending today is called a 3-in-1 weed and feed. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Alan, don't you usually recommend against weed and feed products? And you're right, I do, for more advanced applications. But this video is specifically for beginners who are at that frustration point where their lawn is pale, it's not growing, it's full of dandelions and weeds, and it's time to hit a reset button. What makes a 3-in-1 different from a standard fertilizer is exactly what the name suggests. It does three things in one application. First, it feeds your lawn with a high nitrogen fertilizer that's going to turn it green and drive growth and thickness. Second, it kills existing weeds that are already up, that's the post-emergent weed control. And third, it prevents future weeds from germinating, that's the pre-emergent component. These 3-in-1 products are relatively new and they're available everywhere. Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, True Value. The exact brand doesn't matter as much as finding one that's formulated for your region and your grass type. If you're in the South, you might find one labeled for southern lawns. If you're up north, you'll find products labeled for cool season grasses. The box stores are smart about inventory. They know what grass types grow in your area. So whatever 3-in-1 they're stocking is going to be safe for your specific lawn. Pick one up and we'll talk about how to apply it confidently. Number three, setting up your test area. Here's where I'm going to ask you to do something that might feel counterintuitive. I don't want you to treat your entire lawn with this product on your first application. I know you want to. I would want to. But stick with me on this. Pick one small area, ideally around 2,500 square feet. This is going to be your test area. Maybe it's one section of your front lawn or one side of your property. The reason I want you to do this is psychological, but it's also practical, from a practical standpoint. If somehow something goes wrong, which it won't, by the way, you're only risking a small portion of your lawn from a psychological standpoint, once you complete this one area and you see how easy it actually is. Your confidence is going to skyrocket. You're going to look at that section and think, that was really simple, and then you're going to walk out and do the rest of your lawn without hesitation. To apply this product, you're going to need a spreader. I recommend getting a Scott's EdgeGuard DLX spreader. They cost around $40, and you can find them at any box store in America. The reason I recommend this specific spreader is because it's become an industry standard. When you buy any lawn product, the back of the bag is going to have application rates specifically for this spreader model. It takes the guesswork out of the equation. Number 4, calculating and measuring your application. Now we get into the math part, but I promise this is simpler than it sounds. Look at the bag of product you've got. It's going to tell you how many square feet it covers. Let's say this bag covers 10,000 square feet and weighs 25 pounds. To figure out how much product you need per 1,000 square feet, you divide 25 by 10, that gives you 2.5 pounds of product for every 1,000 square feet. Now, if your test area is 2,500 square feet, that means you need 2.5 times 2.5, which equals 6.25 pounds of product. You're going to need to measure this out, so grab a scale. A luggage scale or even a fish scale works perfectly. You want to weigh out about 8 pounds of this product into your spreader hopper. Why 8 instead of 6.25? Because spreaders don't empty out perfectly from the bottom. There's always some left over. By loading 8 pounds, you ensure consistent flow all the way through. Here's the thing, when you flip the bag over to the back, you're going to see a setting recommendation. It might say setting 4 3/4 for the Scott spreader. That's telling you that this exact setting, combined with your walking speed and overlap pattern, should deliver the right amount of product per 1,000 square feet. We're going to dial this in properly so you're not guessing. Number 05, applying with confidence before you even start. Take a second to put on some personal protective equipment. Wear rubber gloves, long pants, long sleeves, and eye protection. These products have weed control chemicals in them, and you don't want them on your skin. Now here's the application pattern. This spreader is a broadcast spreader, which means it throws product out in a pattern around you as you walk. It typically covers about a 4-foot swath, 2 feet to each side of where you're walking. What you're going to do is walk in one direction across your test area, and then on the next pass, you're going to walk parallel to the first pass. But you're going to overlap the wheel tracks of your previous pass. This overlap ensures you don't miss any strips and that you're getting consistent coverage. The walking speed matters too. You're aiming for what I call a double fast walk, or about 3.5 miles per hour. It sounds fast, but it feels natural once you start doing it. You want to feel like you're putting some momentum into it, not jogging, not strolling, a purposeful, steady walk. Start at one edge of your test area and walk your first pass. As you walk, watch where the product is landing. You'll see it scatter out in front of you. On your second pass, line up so your spreader overlaps the wheel tracks of the first pass. Continue this pattern back and forth across your entire test area until you've covered the whole section. Number 6, calibration and verification. Here's the part that separates people who get great results from people who get okay results. After you've finished applying the product, weigh your spreader again to see how much is left. Remember, you started with 8 pounds. If you applied this correctly for your 2,500 square foot test area, you should have roughly 2.1 to 2.2 pounds left over. If the math checks out, congratulations, your spreader is calibrated correctly. If it's way off, adjust the dial slightly and try another small section. The dial is mechanical, so small adjustments make a difference. This calibration step takes 5 minutes and ensures that when you go treat the rest of your lawn, you're applying the right amount. Expert tips insider knowledge. Here's the secret that most people never figure out. The reason your neighbor's lawn looks perfect isn't because they're doing more, it's because they're doing less. They're doing less, but they're doing it consistently. Consistency beats intensity every single time. After you apply this product, the temptation is going to be overwhelming to apply more, water more, do more. Resist that urge. Overwatering creates shallow roots and weak grass. Too much fertilizer burns the lawn. Constant fiddling stresses the plant. Grass responds to a steady, predictable routine, not to overreaction. Set it and forget it for the first 21 days while the product works. The other huge mistake people make is not waiting long enough between applications. This 3-in-1 product is designed as one piece of a larger lawn program. It's not meant to be applied every week. Once you apply this, give it time to work. Don't expect overnight miracles. The post-emergent weed control is going to start working. Within a week or two, you'll see weeds yellowing and dying. The fertilizer is going to green up your lawn and drive growth. The pre-emergent is going to prevent future weed seeds from germinating. But all of this takes time, usually 2 to 3 weeks, to really see the transformation. One more thing, people panic if they see immediate results and think they should apply more. They don't. They see some weeds dying and think, what if I applied this twice as fast? Don't. This is a common mistake that genuinely ruins everything. Quick summary: screenshot this for your first application. Get your lawn square footage. Use Google Maps or map developers. Pick one test area around 2,500 square feet. Buy a 3-in-1 weed and feed product for your region. Get a Scott's EdgeGuard DLX spreader. Weigh out 8 pounds of product into the hopper set spreader. To the manufacturer's recommended setting, walk at a steady double fast pace with overlapping passes. Verify your calibration by weighing the spreader afterward. Critical timing: do not water for at least 24 hours after application. Do not apply when temperatures exceed 90 degrees. Apply on a dry or slightly wet lawn. Results visible into -3 weeks. What you'll see: weeds yellowing and dying within 7 to 14 days. Lawn greening up and thickening over 3-4 weeks. New weed seeds prevented from germinating. Look, here's the bottom line. You're not going to ruin your lawn. These products are made for homeowners who are going to make mistakes. You're going to be fine. What you will do is build confidence. You'll apply this product to your test area, realize how simple it actually is, and then you're going to go treat the rest of your lawn without hesitation. Within a few weeks, people are going to start asking you what you did to make your lawn look so good. But here's what's really going to change everything: consistency. After you apply this product and you see results, commit to a lawn care routine. Mow at the right height. Water deeply twice a week instead of lightly every day. Space out your applications properly. Let your treatments work. That's what separates people with beautiful lawns from people who are constantly battling their grass. Here's what I want you to do right now. Hit subscribe so you don't miss next week's video, where I'm going to show you how to repair bare patches and speed up that green up process. If you want to take this even further, grab those free guides from my email newsletter. The link is in the description. And if you've got questions about your specific lawn situation, drop them in the comments below. I read every single comment and I'll help you figure out your best path forward. With that, I'm your lawn care expert. And I'll see you in the next one. Now get out there and transform that lawn.